prosthetic limbs was going to be the field I was going to specialize in if I went to university to do computer science,
It's
to
incredibly
work out,
interesting.
yeah, to work out software solutions to lower latency so that it would be easier for people to
Mm.
have basically, essentially, their limbs back.
Yes, yeah, yeah. Real-time actions.
Yeah, but because that's one of the biggest, uh, I think, barriers is the latency issue. But it's getting to the point where it's kind of crazy. Like the video shows this guy with the arm disjointed, like about I don't know, say 50 centimeters away from him, and he is controlling it with his arm, with just like sensors just on his arm, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
controlling it with very minimal delay. It's kind of ridiculous.
yeah. That's interesting. I never really thought about the latency being a problem, but of course, like if your brain says grip, but it actually happens like 30 milliseconds later or 50 milliseconds or whatever it is, that is a problem in
Yeah.
your day-to-day life.
I think your brain would get used to it.
It would if the lag wasn't too much, right? Otherwise, it just means that you have fucking dreadful reaction times.
Yeah, I do think your brain would just get used to it. Like your brain adapts to things. Like when you play on high ping long enough, your brain adapts to it. Like when
Oh my
you
god, Brent, I don't think I've ever told anyone this story properly before, but because this game is fucking done, I used to play with so much lag in TF2 back when I was first starting, when I was in like Div 5, Div 4, that I used to think I was lagging in real life. And I'm fucking serious when I say this. I used to
what do you
have
mean you thought you were lagging in
so,
real
so,
life?
so I used to have so much lag in TF2 that what would happen was my character would walk along and then it would like jerk back in time and I would have done something different. You know what I mean? Like I would,
Yeah, yeah,
my
yeah.
screen would say that I walked
Your
through a
client
door.
side,
Yeah.
your client side information said you did one thing,
Yeah,
but
my
you
client-side
the server
information said
side
I
said you
walked
did.
through a door, and then the server would catch up and say, no, you didn't actually, you walked into the door frame and you're still on this side of it. And so when I would cross the road, my brain would say, fuck, I hope I don't lag, otherwise I might accidentally get hit by a car even though I don't see it coming. And I used to think, I used to have these thoughts a lot where I'd be worried when I did something successfully in case I lagged and
You
hadn't
didn't
actually
realize that it
done it
was a game.
successfully. No, I did, but I had been playing with lag for so long in TF2 that it had just become an ingrained part of my decision-making process that it was like, oh, it looks like I did it properly, but fuck, I might not have done. So this would pervade my day-to-day life, that where
long
particularly
withstanding trust issues
yeah,
and day-to-day activity.
yeah, long extending trust issues with reality. Like I have trust issues
Oh
with
my god.
reality because of video games. I remember distinctly the feeling of crossing the road and being like, fuck, I hope I didn't lag there. And then being like, what the hell am I thinking about? What the fuck are you talking about, Josh? It doesn't make any sense. Especially with dangerous activities like crossing the road, or if I would like slice an onion or something, I'd be like, fuck, I hope I don't lag and realize that I've actually cut my hand here. Jesus. Like, the most bonkers shit in the world. And that really was a thing when I was like 15, 16. I just played so much TF2, man. So much. I was playing like 10 hours a day.
I mean, yeah, it's the only reason you went pro.
Yeah. Played 8,000 hours of Overwatch, of TF2.
Yeah. You put enough hours in something, you can go pro.
Good lord. That was a dreadful series. That was dreadful. Was that the last game? Yeah. 10,000 hours to mastery? No, I was never going to master TF2, but yeah, I did a pretty decent job.
It's called the Tetris effect when you start to consider
Yes.
video game stuff, right?
Yeah. Well, I used to get it a lot with chess. I had a when I got deep into chess in 2018, and I was watching chess videos constantly. I was researching chess openings and defenses, and I was playing games all the time on my phone, on my laptop, everything. When my ex-girlfriend would talk to me, I wouldn't be able to pay attention to what she was saying because I'd be thinking of chess moves. I wouldn't be able to pay attention to conversations with her because I would be visualizing like forks
Yeah.
and
I
knight moves.
when I was playing Valorant for 10 hours a day, like 2 weeks ago, I was dreaming of full matches of Valorant
Yes,
and dreaming
oh
of
my god, Bran, when we were playing so much Valorant last week, when I would round a corner in real life, I was thinking about checking corners and crosshair placement.
that's fucked.
I was walking around my apartment complex thinking about whether there was a guy hiding around the corner. And like, I swear to God, I am a fucking mental patient just waiting to snap. Dude, I'm the kind of person that causes these discussions about video games making people just mentally explode.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, I would dream full matches, and I would be thinking, I would die, and I'd be like, oh fuck, what could I have improved there? And start thinking about post plant positioning in my dream. And I am confident that that has contributed to the fact that I got to an above average level in Valorant now.
Yeah, well, visualization is an enormous part of any activity. You know, if you visualize yourself lifting weights, you can actually lift more when you go
Yeah.
to do it, because the visualization primes your brain. I think this is like the physiological stuff that's going on behind it. You prime your brain to repeat those processes, and you think about what muscles were being used and the way in which you were doing it and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And
That's a good point. I'm going to use that.
and you can also apply that to a bunch of different stuff. Like video games, like visualization is a very effective training tool for any competitive endeavor.